book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, beginning at verse 1, and it reads, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you." Verse 2, "For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, so cometh as a thief in the night," meaning unexpectedly. Verse 3, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." I want to start off by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to Kol Haloyim Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachahakodash. I want to say double honors to the elders and to the apostles that told me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. I want to say shalom to the Akim and the Aqua to listening and learning, Lord willingly. This is edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of other nations, appearing like the other nations, for whom subscribe to this truth. To you, I say shalom. It's the brother Yahweh, and I'm coming at you with another lesson through the Spirit and through the power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. This lesson, that's the Spirit. It is cheaper over here. Anyway, Salakia, this lesson is inspired through the Spirit, based on something that happened yesterday. We know we were just dealing with the heathenistic custom of Christmas, and you know it's the day after. But something significant happened yesterday because it was, basically Russia launched missiles on Ukraine. And I took it spiritually because that's a day of that's a holiday. I believe that's a holiday that other countries actually partake in. And that's probably why he did it. Significantly. But that's a day where you're not expecting anything to take place. But, something did. That's why I came out with 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 2. For yourself to know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the light. And that's talking about ultimately the day when the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai returns to the earth to pretty much gather the elect. But it also can be when Jacob's trouble begins. World War III is officially started, but at the end of the day, you don't have, major boots on the ground. So that's probably why people aren't, giving it much precedence, But again, like I said, the suddenness of it is what caught my attention, because again, although we that's believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that's in His truth, we know that it's a pagan holiday. We don't celebrate it, Well, I know I don't. I can't really speak for. I don't think brothers celebrate it, just like I don't think brothers ran down there to deal with that jump shot. But I'm gonna say all that to say this. This is the time to be completely locked in because the Lord is moving. The Lord is working, and like the brother said, you got spirits out here. You got judgment in the streets. So, and every once in a while you see the Lord do that, but it's like a heavier presence of death angels. Just speaking as a, through the Spirit, speaking as, through the Spirit, you could just, if you sit back and meditate on what all is going on, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of shit going on, especially with people doing shit to other people. And these holiday times bring out, a lot of depression spirits, because people, don't have family or can't afford to give their loved ones anything for this pagan ass holiday, and they do whatever it takes. I remember one Christmas, they was standing, like, I stayed off of a particular street, the Bone Street, Bone, I stayed off of St. Clair, and there was a corner store on the corner of that, and it's niggas posted up out there, and nigga just robbing people coming to the store, robbing people coming from the store. That's how this nigga wasn't giving a fuck. But that was suddenly. It just so happened I peep game, I see a crowd of niggas. I'm trying to see what these niggas on. And Lord behold, a nigga come out and he up in pistol. Mind you, they right, like, just show you. So just imagine in a day when it ain't nothing. So I'm gonna play a little bit of this video. Lord willingly, this is edifying. Oh, fair use. I'm not profiting off of this. I'm just, lining up what's said with scriptures. Lord willingly, is edifying.
As the war approaches its third devastating year, the fight intensifies. With President Putin claiming his troops are gaining ground every day. The Ukrainians say those gains come at a high price for Russia.
I see how much troops Russians lose and how small piece of land they took.
Ukrainian soldier Alexei asked we withhold his last name for security reasons. He's been on the front lines in his country's battered east. It sounds like a living hell.
We as soldiers, we understand that it's war, but for civilians, it's very hard.
Ukraine is also losing ground in the Russian region of Kursk, captured by Ukrainian forces during a surprise offensive over the summer. According to a senior U.S. military official, the Kremlin has moved 12,000 North Korean troops into the region, helping the Russians reclaim 40% of their lost territory.
Clearly, Russia has massively accelerated its war effort against Ukraine, but we can see that they are going through record losses.
Andriy Zagorodnyuk is Ukraine's former defense minister. He believes the latest Russian onslaught is timed to the late January inauguration of President-elect Trump.
It's got to stop.
Who has said he can end the war in one day. Is that possible?
The Ukrainian people don't want war. If there is an end to war, it needs to be genuine. It needs not to be an operational pause during which Russia...
But he's not going to stop anything because, at the end of the day, it's the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You got to understand prophecy is going to speak before, in fact, let me get that. The book of Ezekiel. Chapter 12. Let's start at verse 21. Ezekiel 12 and verse 21. And the word of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged and every vision faileth, going into the prophecies. Tell them therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel. Because, at one point in time, you had certain prophecies, looking like they were far off. But today, we, those that have been given the eyesight, we can see the prophecies on the horizon, Now, don't get me wrong, he may get in the office and things may slow down, But I've noticed brothers been in the spirit, they like these things are coming to pass, No matter what Satan come with, to disenchant anybody. If you get disenchanted now or a spirit jump on you talking about, so this ain't the truth, that's scary too, Like, I say some scary shit. I pray I don't bug out, This shit is overwhelming, especially, when you're doing it in solidarity, but at the same time, as long as the Lord with you and you are part of the elect, you're not going to fall out, And at the end of the day, if I'm not part of the elect, I still pray the Lord, fuck this place up. Like, no, like you say, for when I reincarnate or whatever the case, Like, fuck this place. Like, this place suck, So, Trump may get in the office and they may slow down for a minute. Habakkuk chapter 2, throw a Terry wait for it. So, they might start because they do, but I don't see it stopping. This man coming with a spirit of persecution the first day. He talking about, I'm going after the migrants. So you don't think persecution coming for the men of the Lord? When I saw vocab, I constantly bring this up, When I saw vocab, my spirit said persecution. And then I saw the little witchcraft demon shit. Now, that was all of the Lord. Because I'm like, why they approach every other camp, but they just stare at us? Like, I'm like, what the fuck? And they did it like on some FBI agent type shit. The only thing that gave the shit away is because you had this big ass Edomite bitch with like those fishnet stockings, like she's sucking dick or something. It was 3 dudes, and 2 of them looked like police officers. It was a Jake, and he was either Northern Kingdom or he was an Edomite, And it was this, Edomite looking bitch. And I just told this story multiple occasions, but like I said, we all know who he is. The elders play, with it, But at the same time, I'm exposing that nigga. Fuck that demon. I hope the Lord kill that bitch. But he serves a purpose, you know what I'm saying? Just like we all do. You know, and ultimately you're going to do the will of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Verse 23. Tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. For there shall be no more any vain vision, nor flattering divination within the house of Israel. Verse 25, for I am the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged, for in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform it, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai power. Again, the word of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say the vision he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesied of the times that are far off. But we could see the chip pretty much here. You know, it's not coincidence that you got Elon Musk joined on to Trump's cabinet. And I didn't know that Elon Musk basically donated and helped pay for his, you know, basically his campaign. He paid for a lot of that campaign. So again, it's not, you know, like I said, it's not a coincidence that he got robotic dogs walking around Mar-a-Lago. And one thing I would say about Trump, as long as I've been alive and seen different presidents get into office and move, Trump is going to get it. You know, like the elder said, he run ahead. You know, they talk about a fool moves without thinking, you know. And I'm not saying he thinking, he just following the script, and he enjoyed power. So, you know what I mean? He enjoyed when he shut down the government. He enjoyed when sending the Secret Service to, you know, Madonna and them, you know, houses because they was talking shit. He enjoys wielding this shit. Like the elder said, he enjoys being a president more. I don't think he even do it for money because he was president before. And you can see that on his spirit. You know, that pride really exudes itself. Or I'm probably saying the wrong word or saying it incorrectly, but you know, that pride really shows forth, you know. What you could see it in his face, you know, that nigga beaming when he talking, when he the president. It says, verse 28, therefore saith unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua power, there shall none of my words be prolonged anymore, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua power. So yeah, okay, you know, like I said, because you already got war on the earth, you already got violence going on the earth. We can actually look at chapters or scriptures and book, chapter, verse, and bring it out, and it's gonna line up with something going on in the world.
If there is an end to war, it needs to be genuine. It needs not to be an operational pause during which Russia can get more troops. Then the next offensive would be much more difficult than this one.
A possibility that weighs heavily on aid worker Katerina Terekova, who is dedicating her life to helping.
Is y'all paying attention to? That's what war brings. You see the devastation of that shit? You don't think people died within that?
The estimated 10 million displaced Ukrainians.
What's that war?
10 million displaced motherfucking people. So just imagine when martial law come.
Stolen from a lot of Ukrainians. This is the feeling, the roots with the connection with your hometowns, with the small villages where a lot of people was burned.
How long can the Ukrainian people endure this?
You know, if you asking lots of Ukrainians, all of us will be answering you. We will stand by the victory. This is our homeland. We need to be strong.
What happens?
Now, if she said that in carnality, how much more so those that believe in his truth? And these are things that take place in war. You know what I mean? Jake ain't saying shit yet. I'm gonna get this. This is the book of Exodus chapter 15 and verse 3. And it reads, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is a man of war. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is his name. So the Lord is about war. It tells you in the book of Ecclesiastes, there's a time for peace and a time for war. And we are in that time of war. Especially the Lord did it on, this pagan ass holiday, and the scriptures that talk about how the Lord pretty much despised the feast days. And, that went into Israel because they wasn't worshiping or they was being hypocritical. But it also goes into, double fold of these heathen nations. This is the book of Amos chapter 5 and verse 21. I hate I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Verse 22, though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them, neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. So, when you go into scriptures like, what's that, Jeremiah chapter 10, I think it's one in Isaiah chapter 1, but, pretty much about, scriptures talk about the Most High God being a jealous power. So why would he ever be, have joy in, Jake, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, West Indians, and Haitians pretty much partaking in Christmas Day. And that's why, or these pagan holidays. And, the Lord put it on Putin's spirit to, or his generals, or you got to best believe Putin had to, sign off on it to strike them on, a holiday. Again, peace to safety and sudden destruction cometh. And that's just a taste of it. It's the book of Isaiah chapter 13. And the point is verse 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. I'm going to reread it in the NLT. Hear the noise of the mountains, these different governments. Listen as the vast armies march, and you're going to really hear it when you see, pretty much Russia and, the U.S., those two groups of Edomites pretty much clash, because it tells you it is the noise of shouting of many nations. The Lord of heaven's armies has called this army together, So ultimately, the Lord is mustering these different armies together, ultimately for the, the valley of Yehoshaphat. It's the book of when pretty much the Lord brings all the heathen nations together, and although they're going to be battling in the midst of that, they're going to see the Lord and all turn to fight the Lord and be utterly destroyed. This is the book of Joel chapter 3 and verse 1, and it reads, for behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I think that means to basically turn away that captivity. Verse 2, I will also gather all the nations and will bring them down into the valley of Yehoshaphat, or verbatim Jehoshaphat. But, that's going into Yahweh's judgment, and that's in that, not Iran, but Iranian, no, that's Iraq. That's in the area of Iraq. And will plead with them there for many people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. So that's why the scriptures talk about the Lord's going to fight for thee. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we have no carnal might. Brothers, literally, like me and, it was a brother that made the statement about a man got to keep that edge. As a man, you expect it, and a man has certain attributes, and a man supposed to know how to protect himself, and a man, there's certain qualities that a man possesses. And a lot of, this place, Babylon the Great, has pretty much destroyed our people so much that Esau, Edom, doesn't want, the citizens to be men, as well as 2/3 of our men ain't really men. We coming back to manhood now. But ultimately, it's your faith that's going to see you through this. Because like I said, carnality is not going to, they about to come. The Lord about to show you, you really, if you seeking or looking at things in a carnal aspect, don't get me wrong, we need certain things. I did a video yesterday, and another brother did a video talking about the true, how did he word it? He was like, pretty much, I made a statement about folly, because everything outside of worshiping the Lord is, pretty much folly. And he did a video. I listened to this brother a lot, and admire that brother, because that's a powerful brother, to go through what I've heard he went through. But he was saying how pretty much pretty much abstaining and worshiping the Most High in this flesh, pretty much just being spiritual, and how much that's gonna have a powerful impact with the times to come. Because again, if your carnality get the best of you, like when all this violence takes place, that's gonna be a spirit. Like when they was doing the Black Lives Matter protests, that was a spirit. I'll never forget that. I saw individuals. You had goofy ass bitches going down there with their babies, because they in the mindset they gonna get something for free. So you had everybody down there for different reasons. You have agent provocateurs. You had people that was really upset and fed up about it, or was really calling themselves being with that cause of the injustices. And you had people that was looking to take advantage of the situation. You had a lot of, and then you had, like I said again, I'll never forget the nigga woman. She was down there with her kids. So again, you got to remain spiritual because carnality is gonna come. Come. It's gonna be a heavy spirit of carnality. Well, motherfuckers is not gonna be giving a fuck. Like I said, it's death angels out here for real. Because we almost at the end. The Lord is about to reap the harvest. Between the wheat and the tares. So yeah, I'm just in the lesson there. Lord willingly was edifying. I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to God, Elohim, La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rachach. Double honors to the elders and to the apostles that taught me this truth. Peace and salutation to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Shalom to the Akim and the Akwat up there listening and learning. Lord willingly, this is edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of other nations, appearing like the other nations, but whom subscribe to this truth. To you, I say shalom. Till next time I'm able to come with another lesson, say shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasharallah, Bawat Lababah. Shalom.